see. City Thunder. Taking on Toronto. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside. Here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. Toronto on defense. And guys, we saw a nice development for James Johnson last year. He was 59% from the floor. Closest he had ever come to that in his 6 years was 46%. What a dramatic mark improvement there.
Yeah, I think it was all due to shot selection. He dialed back on the number of threes that he was taking the year before, and his percentage went up.
Westbrook, no good. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Now here's Lowry. And he overshot that one, missing.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Dion Waiters.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Shoots. DeRozan's shot is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
The Raptors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season. Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
DeRozan, the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire... Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Scola with the clean look. They get the rebound. Out to DeRozan. Over Durant. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Ross is checked in for Johnson. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Cantor's checked in. Ross for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time. on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Lets the three fly. No good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Cantor kicks to Westbrook. Off target from outside. Toronto's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
.41 seconds left to play in the first. Durant for three. That's another one for him. His fifth in just 7 shots.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Dishes it to Ross. On the wing to Rosen. Here's Joseph. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Joseph's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook with a wide open look. Westbrook missing again.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Got it off in time, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
They've got James Johnson. Corey Joseph is out there with Terrence Ross. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Patterson in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And again, Toronto with the triple. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Boy, they've really amped.
But also altering them here in this first half.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Ross dishes to Biyombo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Biyombo's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors.
But I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
The Raptors have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Shot by Joseph, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over the bucket, just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's Ross. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his second season, but really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, he's for Biyombo. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for James Johnson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph. Stolen by Westbrook. And now here's Durant, the best break opportunity. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. .157 left in the first half of basketball. And Westbrook gets it to go. Well, back to Terrence Ross, Greg, you're talking about him. It's so easy for a young player to lose his way a little after coming on so fast. And Clark, I'm not surprised that he's had a few bumps in the road along the way.
That's part of the development and growth process, Kevin. You've seen it with a lot of guys. His upside, though, is great.
Westbrook passes to Durant. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Thunder trailing by 4. It's stolen by DeRozan. The dish to Ross. The finish. He slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant. Wow. And that sort of showmanship is just waiting right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Here's DeRozan. The offensive rebound. Scola kicks to DeRozan. Valanciunas dishes to Ross. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here is Durant. 13 points in the game. And here is Ross outside DeRozan. 4 seconds left. Westbrook with the block. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
Here's for your Raptors, James Johnson.
Three seconds left. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Raptors lead by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They had some very nice stretches of play in the second quarter at both ends of the floor and got out to a well-deserved. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
Here is Lowry. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. And it's Cantor in at the center position.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Raptors leading by 6. As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change to it, then, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity. Whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
And it's DeRozan missing.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Roof shots.
And that one misses.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
You know,
WhatsApp You a bitch. I'm your biggest fan.
Sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Ross is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors leading by 4. Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I
see. Johnson, the pass to Joseph, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Joseph's got 7.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside. If they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all. Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Ibaka. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
1:53 left in the third quarter. And Ross with the slam.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
Terrence Ross, an explosive young player who can really put on a show. Clark, jaw-dropping, highlight reel dunks are his specialty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Tremendous athlete, great bounce and elevation and creativity. Won the slam dunk contest as a rookie.
Toronto leading by 4. Ross on the wing. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. It's Durant on the wing to the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Goes up, and Ross with the slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's Durant with the drive, and it's blocked. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Some changes for Toronto. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. DeRozan comes in for Johnson. And it's Lowry in for Terrence Ross. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Westbrook missing again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's Durant on the wing. That doesn't go either for Durant.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Raptors. They're up by 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. That'll be a 5-second call.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
It's stolen by Ibaka. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So the Raptors 5 right now. We've got Scola. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry. And it's DeRozan. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. Lowry with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. And Valanciunas penetrating. Outside for Lowry. Pass to Joseph. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 assists tonight. It's Durant on the wing. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Scola. Now, here's Joseph. He's guarded by Waiters. Valanciunas, good. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted.